Now going over to the political part of the podcast, you have DeSantis proudly tweets a video of a man saying he switched from Donald Trump, though he actually doesn't really even say why. Now, DeSantis is still slowly hanging in there in terms of the polls. I mean, he is the top person in the Republican nominee if you don't count Trump. And that's a big if, considering the delta between the two are usually between 30 to 40%. There's a big gap that DeSantis needs to actually close in order to actually get the Republican nominee. And I'm going to say the odds on that are not good. It's not zero, but this did go moderately viral. So Ron DeSantis tweeted this, and it got 431,000 views. And for Ron DeSantis, that's pretty darn good. Now, DeSantis, before the video, says, quote, "We're changing voters' minds one at a time. Thank you for the support, Robert. I will not let you down," unquote. And he actually retweeted from the DeSantis War Room, and it said, quote, "Robert from Nashua, Iowa, who recently attended Trump's rally in Waterloo, went to one of Ron DeSantis' events today. After listening to him speak, he changed his mind." Interesting. So it's only about 16 seconds long. Oh, they say he's from... I'm a little suspicious. They say he's from Iowa, but he doesn't have a Hawkeye pin on a lapel on his shirt, or even an Iowa State insignia on there. Not even no Iowa apparel on him at all. I don't want to say it's weak, but a little interesting. So let's hear what Mr. Robert has to say.
Hi, I'm Robert Kraft from Nashua, Iowa. I went to a Trump rally in Waterloo, and I thought since DeSantis was up here, I would come up to Charles City to see him, and he has changed my mind. This is a man I totally believe in. Thank you. Hi.
That's the most ineffective, useless thing I've heard in years. He says, okay, I switched. Why? And DeSantis made a cognitive decision. He chose to retweet this. He thinks this is going to get him likes, views, and accolades. Which, again, I'm not saying it's wrong to highlight why people are choosing you, but the big thing you should be doing is the how, the why. Someone just saying, oh yeah, I used to support Trump, but now I like DeSantis. But, okay, but what drew you to that new conclusion? Why are you switching to DeSantis now? Are you a fellow boot enthusiast or a heightening enthusiast? Someone who appreciates high heels? There are many reasons. I don't know. This person didn't clarify. But again, to be more compelling, which is what you need in politics and shoot everything these days in life, but let us know why. This person, he said he went to the Trump rally, then he went to the DeSantis rally. Now you like DeSantis? Like, he could have, again, DeSantis should have had him articulate one reason. And again, I'm not saying there's no reasons to switch. Well, but what is that reason? Because again, if he had that reason, that'd be better advertising. This just tells me this guy went to Rowan rally and then went to another one. It just, to me, shows he's incredibly impressionable. Does he just follow whatever the latest trend is, or does he just follow the latest rally he's at? And then next week he'll go to another rally for another politician and he'll support them? Like, again, there's nothing wrong with choosing a different politician. Maybe they say something you like. Maybe they have a new policy that you agree with. But articulate the why and be a lot more compelling. And I can't help but think I'm not going to be alone in this analysis or this conclusion. So let's dive into the comments and find out. And again, it went pretty well. It got 431,000 views, although it only got about 2.7 thousand likes. Now going on to the comment section, you have someone by the name of Art Candy, and she says, quote, "Yeah, you're changing them to not voting for you," unquote, getting 118 likes. Taz Magadonian says, quote, "That's 99 people who will vote for you. Drop out or sink further," unquote, getting 126 likes. The Trump train says, quote, and this person does get an A+ for marketing because they have actually a little emoji of a train in their profile name, which I didn't even know you can do, partially because I'm an adult, so I really don't use many emojis these days. But nevertheless, the Trump train says, quote, "He will be voting for Trump in 1 year," unquote. That simple statement got 150 likes. CK says, quote, "Dude, this is one guy that you most likely paid. We will not change our mind. We want Trump back," unquote. Got 67 likes. Ludwig Never Misses says, quote, "Don't forget to smile when you tweet," unquote, getting 14 likes. California Girl, a California World says, quote, Did Did the DeSantis campaign pay him to say this, unquote, getting 17 likes. Joy Reaper says, quote, yes, you are. Every day, more and more DeSantis supporters are changing their mind and choosing to vote Trump. Some of your large donors and some are disenfranchised regular folks, but the change explains your tanking poll numbers, unquote, getting 35 likes. And actually, out of curiosity, let's pull up the national poll aggregator right now. Comes from 538.com. Again, that's a poll of polls. And yeah, I was going to say it's not so good. DeSantis went down a little bit. Not a lot, but he went from about 14% to 13.2%. And Trump did increase, actually. So Trump is at an all-time high at 60.3%. Again, this is for the Republican nominee to become, for the presidential nominee, rather. And yeah, Trump is at 60.3%. DeSantis is at 13.2%. Nikki Haley has increased. She's at 9.6%. Vivek Ramaswamy is at 4.8%, so he went down by about 1 to 2 tenths of a percent. Chris Christie is about the same at 2.9%. Burgum actually went up by 0.01%. He's now at 1%. Asa Hutchinson is somehow still in the race. I don't know why. And Hutchinson is down to now 0.5%. Because again, recently we had Tim Scott drop out of the race. And for some reason, Mike Pence was there for New York Minute as well. But yeah, the polls, and again, there's still time. Don't get me wrong. Politics moves quickly. There could be some breaking news tomorrow that can, changes everything, so to say. But yeah, as of right now, that gap between Trump and DeSantis is just growing, and not in DeSantis' favor, to say the least. Now, let's do a couple more comments of here. Walter Wright says, quote, is that why you were down 40 points to the next president, Trump? Unquote, getting 17 likes. And yeah, again, right now, this is from 538. Trump is at 60.3. DeSantis is at 13.2. That's a big gap. Let's see here. Other top comments. Someone by the name of Summer 2013 says, quote, yep, especially us Floridians that will never vote for you again. You abandoned Florida. You left us in a crisis, unquote, getting 56 likes. Candice for DeSantis, which gets a bonus point for rhyming. I appreciate that. Says, quote, thank you, Ron DeSantis. Your support is deep, pure, and loyal. We've got your back and cannot wait for you to be our next president, unquote, with an alligator emoji as well as a U.S. flag emoji. And that did get 40 likes. So, as I predicted, DeSantis did not achieve the Chris Christie effect, a phenomenon in which you get 0 positive responses, which is mathematically impossible. You would assume that these politicians would have a family member or a staff member on their Twitter viewing it so they could actually contribute to it in a positive way. Chris Christie, not so much. So there is one positive one for DeSantis. Someone by the name of Troy says, quote, meanwhile, keep standing tall, though. And it is looks to be a veteran event. We have hundreds of veterans. Loud music, and they're all eagerly standing around. And I'm going to guess, let's see here. Are they taking a picture of Trump? I'm not seeing it. Let's see here. Yeah, there he is. Yeah. Obnoxious beyond all belief for that volume level. Sorry about that. And I'm scrolling more and more. Let's see here. John Trolda says, quote, you're going to need to change the minds of a couple more million people if you want to win. Drop out, endorse Trump. Your time may still come, Ron. Unquote, getting 96 likes. Although, again, I don't know how inebriated the people are on his campaign staff for their strategy, but they're not doing great. They're just doing worse and worse week over week, according to pretty much every poll that we've seen. So I don't know what they're thinking or if they're trying to sabotage him. That's another theory that's out there, but they're not doing great. And I was going to say, that a curveball, though I'm not too surprised. Someone by the name of Mike Kalinda says, quote, imagine being down 40 in your home state and thinking you still have a chance to drop out Ron. And this picture of Ron DeSantis in leather high heel boots. I get 82 likes. So as a youth might say, they were ratioed, to say the least. And I'm not too surprised. Again, one of those things where he didn't even give a compelling reason. He just said he went to 2 rallies and now he likes DeSantis. which is a lost opportunity for DeSantis. He should, again, I don't know if this is a real video in terms of they didn't pay. I don't know if they paid this guy. I don't know if he rehearsed this, but even if you're the interviewer, if you're someone on the camera, like if it was a reporter, the guy said, "Oh yeah, I went to Trump, then I went to DeSantis, I like him." No one had the thought to just say why, because again, that would have been a more compelling campaign video, as opposed to this, which just fell flat on its face. I mean, let me know in the comments if you think I'm wrong, but this certainly isn't helping him gain any supporters. Well, certainly on social media. So, not too surprised. It'll be interesting to see, will he be able to pull out of that nosedive and salvage his campaign? I mean, as Magic 8 Ball would say, the outlook is not so good. Thank you again, everyone, for taking time to tune in today. Don't forget, we're trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of November. So if you can click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, leaving it in the comment is a great way to let me know how I can make the channel and the show better and better and improve the show quality. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.